what age they should begin a particular sport. Selecting a sports discipline has always been a challenging for a lot of people. Please make a note, because everywhere lot of confusion. First thing is, what is the length of a peak performance career? Imagine a player, she starts around 10 years of age, a particular sport, he can only play maximum up to 15 to 18 years. So 10 years age, somebody begins a sport, maximum he can perform very well is up to 28 years of age. This is only life of a high performance athlete or a player. Yes, maybe you can play chess little longer, and probably you may do little bit of caroms kind of a games, you can skill games, you can play for longer time, but not definitely high peak performance, Olympic level of performance, at least national level of performance. So when should we begin? That is important. There are sports like swimming, gymnastics, roller skates, and there are a lot of artistic skates, ice skates. So these are the sports where you have to start very early in life. Why? Because they are all related to flexibility, explosive strength of the child. Explosive strength, at the same time they require a solid static strength to hold their muscles when he's skating, stretching his legs, doing balancing acts. They have to be trained at a very young age. Swimming. Swimming is a technique where child has to learn very early, because any small learning in a wrong manner, it will remain in the body. They'll keep on repeating in competitions and tournaments. And gymnastics requires a lots of flexibility and static strength, explosive strength, and balancing ability. Not all kids have a balancing ability. So remember, gymnastics is a game where even a 5-year-old, 6-year girl, boy can be put. But they should be learning skills very slowly, not performing in a competition level. This is very important. What parents think? The moment the child is playing well, they want him to win all the tournaments. But that is not a correct way, because in this process, if the child loses 2-3 times, he will be looking at the parent. अरे बाप रे, मेरा माँ देख रही, मेरा बाप देख रहा है, अगर मैं हारने से क्या होगा? And that is a disease. That is the disease of a sports person. Very important to choose the right sport in a right age. Don't just put a child just because a tennis court is next to you, you put him in that and expect him to become a champion. No. Second point is, we have a tendency to put children in a concentration camps. Cricket, tennis, badminton camps have become too intense. I don't think the top players of yesteryears, they underwent such kind of training. No. They enjoyed the sport, learned the skill, and their performance abilities have increased and they became champions. But today, you want to make him a hero overnight. Push. Dangerous. What are the common mistakes we do? Diet. We think there is special performance diet. Doesn't exist. You have your native diet. Kerala players should eat Kerala food. Andhra players should eat Andhra food. Punjabi should eat Punjabi food. So native food is very important for physical performance, both for armed forces, sports, police forces. It's not that whatever you like you can eat, or wherever you are there you can eat. No, then your physical performance will go down. After all, the energy from glycogen or beta oxidation of fatty acids or creatine phosphate, all these replenished by your diet, which has to be good. Next important part is, if any food intolerance for your sports boy, little bit intolerance, then his performance will go down. Imagine a child has acidity, constipation or stomach pain. That boy or a girl will have all vitamin deficiencies, mineral deficiencies. Iron will go down, calcium will go down, but blood calcium will show higher value, but actually that calcium is not taken up by the body. And they will not perform very well because energy transaction is not all right. So food has to be very, very important. Now coming to the main subject, but this introduction is important. Remember, fat cells form in the body around 12 to 18 months and around 12 to 13 years. That's why this time, if the nutrition is not okay, diseases are there, children become obese because adipocytes, the fat cells, will increase more in number and they'll remain for whole life. This is the reason why childhood obesity becomes adult obesity, because once fat cells form in the body, they can expand, they can become thin, but they will remain in the body. If you have a 10,000 fat cell, they'll remain for life. So that's why nutrition in infancy, 1 year of age, up to 15 months of age, very, very important. Same thing, they are going into adolescent period. So 11, 12, 13, 14 years, very important. Should give them absolutely native food. Then they don't become obese. Every child is different. So until they mature, you cannot load them with too much of weight. I hope, my dear parents, you understand. Thank you.